This video is going to be all about how surrendering and the concept of surrender is a part of being confident. So here we go. I'm going to dive right in. A woman is confident when she doesn't have to explain herself. Would you agree? I mean, if you agree or disagree, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. That's an overall statement that if a woman doesn't have to explain herself to anyone, prove anything, that's really a sign of confidence. Because when I feel super confident, I don't need to be right. I don't need to explain. Trust me, it's hard even for me. I am preaching it, but I still have to be conscious of practicing it. So why is surrendering such a huge part of confidence? Well, femininity is very, very connected to surrendering. Surrender, however, doesn't mean submissive or being passive. It just means letting go of needing to control. And so it doesn't mean you're letting go of a concept that you believe in. You're letting go of your truth. You're not letting go of everything. You are surrendering to what's happening in front of you and choosing accordingly instead of being reactive or needing to prove something. So for example, on a first date, for example, it's very important that you learn the art of surrender. Because if you're constantly trying to prove to the person that you're on a date with how amazing you are, you're not surrendered. You're trying to control the situation. You're trying to make someone like you based on your accomplishments. And that is not being surrendered. If you feel really confident and connected to knowing your value, knowing your worth without needing to prove something, that is surrendered. There's a book called The Surrender Experiment by Michael something, Singer, Schlesinger or something. I'll link it below. I don't want to lose my train of thought. This book is called The Surrender Experiment because he challenged himself to a surrender experiment for a year. What did that mean? He was going to surrender to anything and everything that was coming his way and say yes. He was going to be a yes man in his life. Now, okay, don't take this too literally. He's not going to say yes to someone inviting him to jump off a cliff, right? We know, we have our senses about us. This is not about that. It's not about blindly following, but it's about surrendering to the opportunities that are in front of us. He surrendered to his life for a year and became a multimillionaire. Now, that is, a masculine perspective of surrender, and he's a man and he's in the business world and all of that. It's just an example. What I want to bring here is being surrendered and confidence is part of being feminine in this world today where most of us are always in our masculine and we are constantly pushing and going and proving and achieving. So on a date or in a dating relationship or in any relationship that is romantic where you're hoping for polarity, and we're not going to go into polarity right now, but I have videos on that and I will make more. It is really important to be surrendered, to allow the man to lead, allow yourself to be led, and don't feel the need to prove, to lead, to take control. Those are all masculine traits. And confidence comes from the ability to being led and the ability to surrender to what's happening and trusting yourself that you're okay. So I'll give an example of true powerful confidence in surrender. Think of ballroom style dancing and specifically the tango. I mean, we all can imagine in our heads right now what the tango looks like. The man is absolutely, unequivocally the leader, okay? He leads this dance. If the woman is not surrendered, the dance will fall apart. They'll step on each other's toes. It won't be as smooth. She's going to be trying to control. She needs to let go to a certain extent in order for him to lead her into these beautiful harmonic compilations of dance, okay? But If for one moment she stops being surrendered and allowing the dance to happen in harmony, if for one moment she doesn't surrender and she gets into her head and she tries to control, the dance will be wrecked. Now, this example isn't complete because I want to point something out. In that kind of dance, do you see her being a pushover, not having a say, not being the star, actually, of the whole dance, right? She is the star. Get this. She is the star by surrendering to his lead so that she can be the most beautiful part of this dance. This is how surrender works in masculine and feminine relationships and in this polarity that we live in this world. You must surrender in order to really fully shine in your full ability and your full confidence. It's such a juxtaposition. So surrendering is actually active. It's not passive at all. Surrendering is active. So if you think of this dance example that I gave, the woman is not like a rag doll making the man just do things to her to make her look good. No. She is actively participating in this dance as the female dance partner in this male-female dance compilation. But only one person can lead, and one person needs to, and I don't like this word, but follow. And following and leading does not mean that one is better than the other. This is what our society has made us believe. And most of us women are so focused on leading and controlling that we're so unhappy and we're not feeling ourselves at all. We've raised entire families on our own because we had to. We have made our own money. We can even have babies without a man. And that's great. But that gripping on actually makes you lose confidence in a relationship when you are able to surrender into a man's lead. And don't get me wrong, the man has to be a leader too. It's not just you, right? The man has to be a natural leader or be working on his masculine leadership in order to be in a relationship with a woman who can surrender into that. It is an equal partnership. This is where the equality comes from, except they're not equal on the same plane. They're not equal in the same capacities. They are equal in their equal magnificence, but they are absolutely not the same. So surrender is part of confidence because if you really learn how to surrender properly, you are actually more confident than when you're trying to grip and choke and control the outcome of a date, of a dance, of actually anything in your life. And trust me, I need to, I need to practice this every day. I'm preaching it here and I am not perfect at it either. So this is a reminder for all of us to be more surrendered and let our lives show us what's possible rather than choking it to death with our own limiting way of being and plans and goals. All right, if you liked this video, I invite you to hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and also the bell notification so that you don't miss any videos that are published in the future, which there are 2 of every week. Also, before you go, I want to invite you to my Dating with Confidence show. It's happening in March. If you're watching this video after that, we're probably having another show going on right now. So if you check on my social media, you'll find it. But if you're watching this newly published, you will have the ability to click on a link below this video and get a free ticket to that show where you can learn from experts in the relationship and dating field how to date with confidence and how to really step deeply into your own self-confidence and go out there and date like a star. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.